Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about the big dog, BTC. Let's go. All right, welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go down below, hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, if you can tap the like button, I would really appreciate it. Okay, this is I think this is my first Bitcoin video. I usually do altcoins, but yeah, let's check this out. And if you guys want me to do more Bitcoin videos, let me know in the comments, and I'll pay more attention. Well, I do pay attention, but I'll make more videos. So, a couple things going on here. I want to start us out on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. So, I mean, there are so many people that do Bitcoin videos. That's why I don't usually do them. You know, and I see a lot of the same things that other people see, but maybe you don't watch those other people. So we will see. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we've been in this, or we were in this massive falling wedge, and then we finally had the big breakout. When we did have the breakout, we had a really nice move. Also, the RSI on the weekly time frame had a nice break above the 50 and a retest of the 50, which is just fantastic for the weekly time frame. And I've got some other things I want to look at here shortly that are very interesting. And I know they've been kind of going around the web, yeah, maybe you haven't seen them yet. So also on the Cypher B down here, we did break the zero level. We've got plenty of volume. It's actually decreasing right now, which could mean a very large move is coming here shortly. We will see. But also, you can see that all the way back in 2018, we've been kind of just following this trend line here. So we had two touches here, came down. This is the C19 crash, held that trend line perfectly. And then we've had two touches right here. And some very interesting similarities are going on the Bitcoin price right now. And I actually think that this week or next week might be a very big week for Bitcoin and the crypto market as a whole. So we'll see. But the big thing that we're hitting right now is super obvious. The 200 EMA right here got rejected twice now. I mean, this is not going to be easy because we've also got the 55? Yeah, the 55 and the 50 EMA are, you know, it's all colliding right here. You've seen all those videos, Death Cross and all that other stuff going on the weekly. So massive resistance here, but very interesting things going on. So let's see if we can point them out. You can see I've got these lines here, and let's see. Actually, before we do that, I want to point out these two areas. And this is going to, once I go down to the lower time frames, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you can see that here on the RSI, we did get that break. We retested, okay, on the weekly time frame here. Now let's go all the way back to, I'm going to get rid of this horizontal line. That's just kind of something I'm pinpointing here. You can see that we also had a big breakout right here above the RSI. Well, it didn't even come down to the retest. It was very bullish, and then it just continued on to the upside. But you can see we had a double bottom here touching this same trend line. So we had one bottom here, one bottom there, and then a breakout. And the RSI acted the way that it did. We broke above the zero line here. I'm going to point out something else here shortly. We'll get back to that. Again, one touch here, big breakout. The RSI breaks out, retests, and then continues, break above the zero line. Okay, that's very, very similar. The only thing we didn't have was we're now below the 200 EMA. Well, back here we were fighting against the 55 EMA. So that is a little bit different. But now let's go down to the daily time frame, zoom in just a little bit. And you can see that we are forming, I mean, it's weird, but we're forming this something here. You know, we've had lots of resistance right here, had the big breakdown, found support, so right in here, and then here. And now we're still fighting and kind of getting a breakdown as well. The Cypher B looks like it's about to print a red dot here on the daily time frame and continue down. So we do have that lower wave, which is not good, but that hasn't really played out yet, so we can't really pay attention too much to that. Let's look at the RSI. So the RSI has come down, hit the 50 level, come back up, got rejected right around that 70 level multiple times, and is now breaking down again. Now I'm going to switch my chart over to this BTC chart. which is back in that. So if I go back over here, this, well, on the weekly time, that's that other, it's the other area I was pointing out back in 2019. This is what this is right here. So we had our double, bottoms here, then the breakout. And then you can see here that we had the big resistance right here, a big crash, just like we did right here, had the big crash. Then we came up, we hit that resistance again. We held the 236 Fibonacci here and skyrocketed to the upside. But as you can see, we also came back down, tested around that 50 level, came back up, hit resistance, a couple times around that 70 level, and then continued on to the upside. And from that point on, I mean, we had this massive run for the retracement. This is just a retracement here. We got to remember that. This is 2019, 130% move roughly. And then we had a correction, had the C19, and then we had our bigger bull run. Now, currently, where we are currently, that's all I've been thinking Bitcoin is about to do. So let's kind of zoom out. Let's pull a fib here from this level right over here down to the bottom. I am going to start getting real worried when we get basically in this zone right here. Right when we get to the 618, just maybe even a little bit past it, maybe even to the 0.5, that this run could be over and we come back down to retest this support line again, and then we continue on for the bull run in 2024, 2025-ish area. So that's kind of my theory right now. Now, if we can break above this, then obviously that would be pretty good. But I don't know. It just seems like this is just a bear market retracement. Then we come back down, get the double bottom, continue on. And that's if you are a halving believer and you believe that the price is based off the halving, then that would be what you're looking for. You get the retracement, come back down, and then you can start after the halving getting the move again. So we're just waiting to see what's going on here with this flag. And we're going to find out here, I think, in the next 2 weeks. So currently, if we zoom in, you can see that we did break below the 236, but I think there's a lot of support here at the 382, right around the 23.7 area. You can see that we had resistance here, come back down. We've got the fib level, and we've got the resistance here to turn into support. So there is that. If we do break below that, then I think our next support, which has got a lot of support there, and the 618, is the 22.7 area. And the furthest I'd really like to see this thing going is obviously down to the 786, which lines up perfectly with this macro fib here, which is our 236 fib. So we broke above that, came back down, went below it, and then broke above again. Maybe we come back down to retest it. Maybe we get a big crash down and retest it. Maybe it doesn't play out the same way it did in 2019. It doesn't have to. That's just something that we're all looking at. And that would hold the 786 fib, that would hold the macro 236, that would also possibly even come down to wick and touch this 200 daily EMA again, if it goes back, if the EMA curls up that way. And it also retests our support line as well. And then we can move the support line down here to do wick right here to wick right here. We'll just have to wait and see. So these are kind of the support levels I'm looking at, are these fib areas. Now, if we break below this support line here, which, I mean, if we fell straight down right now today, if we broke below today 21.7, I would be a little bit more concerned. But as you can see on the daily, we did, here it is again on the RSI. We came down, tested the 50, are getting rejected off that 70. Now, are we going to get a move to the upside this week, a big break, or are we going to get a breakdown? And so this is kind of just where we're, waffling. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. If we go down to the 4-hour time frame, not really too much to look at here. Looks like a double top coming in, but also, I don't know. So actually, if we go down here, you can see that we're on the Cypher B and on the RSI, we're right now sitting at the 40 level on the RSI. So I would expect if we're going to, start moving back to the upside, we're going to have to do it quickly. I mean, sometime today or tomorrow, I would say that we'd have to start moving back to the upside. Otherwise, coming back down to retest this 4-hour 200 EMA right at the 618 is not out of the question as well. But good news is, for anybody who wants this to go up, is the 1 hour is just about to print that green dot here, and it's super oversold down here. So And we're also kind of toying with the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Now, this is a really low time frame, so don't really pay too much attention to it. Oops. Don't know what happened there. Kind of flashed on us. Anyway, it's holding around this 200 EMA. It's on the 1 hour, so whatever. Yeah, there's no divergences. Let's see if there's any kind of divergence coming in on the 30-minute here. So, no, nothing there either that I can see. So, actually, you can see a clear resistance line, right? Put that there. So right here's your clear resistance line. We're in a channel right now on the 30-minute. Now, I usually don't like going down this low, but we're just kind of just messing around here. So, you know, you got that resistance line right there. We're in this channel right here, as you can see. And the good news is actually we're creating that higher low right now on the 30-minute. So if we can break above this within the next couple of hours, that might be a good sign. So we've got fib from there to there. We did hold the 786 fib right there. So breaking above this resistance line now might actually get the momentum we need to move to the upside. And the Cypher B here is saying, hey, we want to go up. The RSI is saying the same thing. And the problem is we got to find out resistance here at this 200 EMA on the 30-minute. But again, it's the 30-minute time frame, so yeah, whatever. What we really need is that daily time frame and the weekly time frame to start getting some nice momentum and breaking above this resistance up here, this vertical. It is a diagonal resistance going in right up here. And if we can break above that, that's where I'd be saying, hey, we might be going somewhere. But until then, you know, watch out for the support lines here. Wait for the breakout to the upside. And we'll just have to wait and see if this plays out the same way it did in 2019. We might have a massive move coming in the next couple of weeks. And we also might be getting rejected. And actually, let's find out where that would be. So if we did get that massive move, I would be looking at massive resistance around the $39,000 level. And actually, really, I'd be concerned around anywhere between the, 33 to that 39. I'd be fairly concerned resistance to get that rejection there. And actually, let's go back to 2019 and just see where it found its resistance on that move. And this will be the final thing we look at here. So you can see that this actually came up, and it came all the way up to the 786. So we did get that 786 resistance there. You can see the big wick off that 786 and then the push downwards. If that same thing happened for us here, that would bring us all the way up to almost $50,000, $49,000. I mean, that would be an incredible move, and the altcoins at that point would just be flying, I think. So something to pay attention to. But again, yeah, if you like this video, this is the first Bitcoin video I've done. Everybody out there is doing Bitcoin videos. If you want me to do some more, I will. I'll do them. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, like this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.